Hey guys, and welcome back to One Shift at a Time. I, of course, am your host, Shane, and here we are. We're into the NHL Power Rankings. We are into week 2 already, and I love the beginning of the season. Just like we had with the NHL, we got some teams that have never been in here before, and maybe the first one got in there for that reason. I don't know. There could have been a lot of teams in 10th spot. I went with Seattle Kraken because, again, never been in there before. Get to use the logo, all that fun stuff. But they are 5-4-2. On a 2-game winning streak currently, so they have a big win over Calgary, which I thought was very impressive. And this spot could have also been Calgary's, could have been the Flyers, could have been the Jets. There was a lot of teams, as I said, fighting for it, but it is Seattle that gets it, and they're going to take on the Minnesota Wild tonight. Number 9, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they're coming back. They had a really rough start to start the season, and honestly, you got to give them a little bit of break for that. They've played the most hockey of any team by far over the last 3 seasons, making to the Stanley Cup Finals all 3 times. They're still off to a 6-4 record. When a 6-4 record is a rough start for you, you're definitely a good team. Again, they're always dangerous, and they've got a good chance of bouncing back. I see them flying here. Number 8, we got the New York Islanders. They're also 6-4, but they are winners of 4 straight, and they're the second best in the league at the goal differential. They've got a +11, so it's looking good, and that they are going to take on the St. Louis Blues tonight. So again, a winnable game. Number 7, we're going to stay in New York. Man, New York's having a really good year this year with some sports teams. All 3 of their football teams doing good. Both their hockey teams are starting off well. The Rangers are 6-3-2. They've won 3 straight themselves, including beating the Flyers and most likely keeping them off this list, keeping them out of the top 10. They got a classic game coming against the Boston Bruins tonight. That should be a banger. Number 6, Carolina Hurricanes. They're 6-2-1. They've been winners of their last 2 as well. They had the Flyers and the Capitals, so they have a real tough test coming tonight as they do take on the Tampa Bay Lightning, as we said. Number 5, we got the Buffalo Sabers, 7-3-0. I love to see a team like this, a team that has struggled so much over the last few years, to come back and go on a run like this. I'm really hoping the best for them. They had an amazing start like this a couple years ago, and then unfortunately they dropped back to their old ways. Let's hope it's different this year. Again, cheering for the Sabres. Number 4, let's just keep it going with those surprises. And we got the New Jersey Devils, 7-3-0, and winners of 4 in a row, including some bangers. They had a 7-1 torching of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They racked up 5 pretty quickly against the Canucks. They took their foot off the pedal at the end of that game, I feel, but they do travel through Alberta next, starting off with Edmonton. Speaking of, we got your number 3 Edmonton Oilers. What a week. They've really been playing well. 5 straight wins. They got that tie in the Battle of Alberta to bring the games back to 1 apiece. Looked really good in that one. Took advantage of all their opportunities. What about McDavid? Oh my God. Guy's in God mode. He's got 11 goals, 11 assists, 22 points in 10 games. What? Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how anyone's going to keep up. I remember the beginning of the year, people were wondering if McDavid would be able to catch Matthews and some garbage like that. Like, Matthews, you better wake up because you're being left behind, that's for sure. Number 2, we got the Vegas Golden Knights, and they are up 1 spot. They're 9-2. 5 straight wins, just like the Edmonton Oilers, so doing really well. They're heading off to their East Coast road trip now, so they're going to start that in Ottawa, then head to Montreal and Toronto. Love seeing Eichel also. We talked about Sabres bouncing back. Love to see Eichel have a bounce back season after his surgery. He's got 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points in 11 games. So again, when you put those numbers next to McDavid, they don't sound godlike, but those are decent numbers. And remaining in number 1, we have the Boston Bruins. They're 9-1, and I have to say, I do watch other power rankings. No one gave the Boston Bruins the number 1 spot any of the first 3 weeks, which was quite surprising to me. I feel definitely vindicated by the fact that they are now 9-1, and they had that huge comeback game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, which I thought was going to be a loss on their record, but they came all the way back to win that one. They got the New York Rangers tonight. And Pasternak, man, he's playing good. He's got almost McDavid numbers. He's got 7 goals, 11 assists. That's 18 points in 10 games. Still not McDavid numbers, but darn good. Marchand's back. They're looking good. Let me know in the comments below how your top 10's shaping out. Obviously, it's early in the year, so there's lots of fluidity. And everyone's list can be totally different, as we're only about 10 games in for most teams. Thanks again for tuning in. Share this thing around, give it a like, consider subscribing if you're not already, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.